Introduction to EGMi Hands-on Practice. EGMi stands for Evolutional Buddhist Mindfulness, an adaptation of mindfulness, which is itself an adaptation of Burmese Buddhist meditation. Placing the hands on the body to focus energy is something all humans do naturally. EGMi was developed along with evolutional Buddhism, which is just a greater understanding of energy and energy-driven evolution, where everything in the universe, including us, is energy in different forms, seeking energy efficiency. Energy efficiency in humans can be seen as goodness. Increased energy efficiency equals increased wisdom, selflessness, unconditional love, inner strength, and inner happiness, which equals increased evolutional fitness of mind and body. To use EGMi, all we need is to see ourselves as three forms of energy, interacting down to a cellular level. We see a single cell as having a physical form. This is one energy. A consciousness, which regulates energy efficiency, a second energy, and soul, the source energy, which all life shares. This third energy, the source energy, makes up all other energy, space, matter, and life. The purpose of practice is to bring these three energies into balance and harmony, maximizing energy efficiency. We need to do this because humans tend to focus consciousness on brain areas, reducing their energy efficiency overall. If the consciousness is focused on brain areas that produce fear and anxiety, then anxiety increases. We will learn not to use these areas as much, reducing anxiety and its many symptoms, including depression and many other conditions we can do without. Hands-on practice is a best introduction to EGMi because we need to learn to feel our consciousness, get familiar with focusing it and moving focus around the body. Sensitivity levels vary greatly, not only to stress, but also to our energy of mind and body. Most will not feel their consciousness straight away, so to try more advanced practice can just be disappointing and lead to losing interest in something that is life-changing. As we evolved greater intelligence and anxiety, the mind became louder. With language came the ability to have involved conversations with ourselves. This can be seen on a 1 to 10 scale. As anxiety increases, so does the volume of internal dialogue. If anxiety is high, the ability to focus consciousness is reduced. Hands-on practice allows us time to quiet the noisy mind while using it to learn to direct energy. In some cases, the noisy mind is an advantage, allowing us more control once we learn how to use it. For those with a quieter mind, the impact of internal dialogue may be less apparent. We are all a little different, so manipulating energy will be perceived a little differently. To direct energy with internal dialogue is really no different from directing energy silently. It's just using the noisy part of the mind rather than the quiet part. It is completely normal and healthy. We need a spiritual energy identity to use on all practice. Mind, body, and soul are the standard. Mind is really consciousness interacting with the brain, controlling thought. Body is the physical brain and body. Soul is the source energy. It's important we are clear and comfortable with this identity. I changed mine several times before I became very comfortable. This practice should become your own, so experiment and improve it for yourself as needed once confident with the practice. It will always change to move with science, but the basics will remain the same. If you have a solid belief system, this can be used as long as these three forms of energy and their purpose are clear in our mind. I am mind, body, and soul, the source energy. If you have a breathing technique or practice, you can use it. Otherwise, breathe normally. Hands-on is a good place to start because we do this laying down on a couch, in bed, on waking, or before sleep. More advanced practice requires us to sit upright. For hands-on practice, lay on the back with eyes closed. The idea is to stay aware. The relaxation will come after the meditation, and results will be longer lasting than a relaxation meditation. We do not say mantras out loud. Connection works better done inside the head with internal dialogue. If your practice is interrupted, it's best to start over. Chakras are well-known energy centers. They are based on major organs and the endocrine system, like pineal gland, heart, spleen. This is developed mainly to give focus on areas of the body and to allow balancing techniques to be used. We are only interested in balancing consciousness with the whole body and balancing the physical energy of the body. Later, as we gain more control of consciousness, we can be more specific. Chakras are often given specific names and purposes. These vary greatly with different belief systems. We are only interested in using them to focus consciousness as a starting point and later as a quick energy balance. We will split the body into 3 sections: the brain chakras, third eye and crown, the breath chakras, throat and heart, the base chakras, solar plexus, spleen and root. The spleen chakra is more around the navel area. We will place hands on the chakra above and below. Our self-dialogue can be called mantras or affirmations, even prayer. They are all the same, really. Using language to manipulate energy, to use energy. The hardest thing is making the first move. When I began, I was desperate for relief for my anxiety, so I was prepared to try anything. I just stumbled onto the right mantra by accident. As I understood the energy interaction, mantras became more direct and clearer. We need to start slow with basic mantras, balancing physical energy and starting to focus and feel consciousness. Heat or tingling may be felt where hands are placed. This is normal. Some will be a normal physical reaction, but we can still associate it with feeling energy. Work on these 3 hand positions, always finishing with the base chakras. Always consult a medical professional before changing medication in any way. Now try the next track, EGMi, basic hands-on practice, and follow instructions.